Kaleidoscope Media. Here we bring you the top news headlines for our viewers today. The top 10 news of the day are: India's COVID positivity rate drops below 10%, 1.61 lakh new cases. New Omicron variant spreading even faster than original, says report. Digital rupee can be exchanged for cash, says PM Narendra Modi. PM's address code slammed by Chief Minister KCR ahead of their meeting. Criminalising marital rape will end the institution of marriage, says BJP's Sushil. Ex-BJP Minister Madan Mittal's son failed to get ticket even after switching parties. Congress High Command seeks people's opinion to decide its CM face for Punjab. Google, Facebook, Twitter said to have heated meeting with the Indian officials over removal of fake news. Rahul moves a place up to 4th in ICC T20 ranking. New Zealand opener Daryl Mitchell wins ICC Spirit of Cricket Award for 2021. India's COVID positivity rate drops below 10%, 1.61 lakh new cases. It has been recorded that 1.61 lakh new COVID-19 cases in the last 24 hours have been recorded, 3% lower than yesterday. The daily positivity rate has dropped to 9.26% from 11.6%, while the weekly positivity rate is 14.15%. The 1,61,386 new COVID cases have pushed India's infection tally to 4,16,30,885. There were 2,81,109 recoveries in the last 24 hours. India's recovery rate currently is 94.91%. India's active caseload currently stands at 16,21,603. India reported 1,733 COVID-related deaths today, taking the death count to 4,97,975. Kerala added a backlog of 1,063 deaths. New Omicron variant spreading even faster than original, says reports. New studies are emerging that suggest the latest version of the highly infectious Omicron variant is transmitting even faster than the original, and mild cases of the first may not offer much protection against the future infections. The findings cast doubt on hopes that the wave of the Omicron that's sweeping the world may help hasten the end of the pandemic. Calls for governments to treat COVID-19 as endemic like influenza are rising globally as people grow tired of pandemic restrictions, vaccines become more accessible and deaths remain relatively low. Digital rupee can be exchanged for cash, says PM Narendra Modi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Wednesday said the digital rupee proposed in the union budget could be exchanged for cash and will open new opportunities in the fintech sector. Addressing the Atmanirbhar Arthvyavastha, which means the self-reliant economy symposium organized by the BJP, he said the central bank digital currency or the digital rupee will make online payments more secure and risk-free and boost digital economy in the years to come. The digital rupee will be digital form of our physical rupee and will be regulated by the RBI. This will be such a system that will enable exchange of physical currency with digital currency, says Modi at the virtual symposium that was attended by the chief ministers of BJP-ruled states and party workers across the country. PM's address code slammed by Chief Minister KCR ahead of the meeting. Prime Minister Narendra Modi dresses for elections and his budget exemplifies a style without substance. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao unleashed insults 101 on the PM and the BJP as he ripped into the budget yesterday, calling it terrible and golmaal, which meant chaos. In 3 days, the two come face to face for a mega event, but Mr. Rao says he won't flinch at sharing his criticism in people. Upar Sherwani Andar Pareshani, which meant all style, no substance. The Chief Minister quipped, mocking the Gujarat model that the BJP flaunts as an example of PM Modi's governance. Criminalising marital rape will end institution of marriage, says BJP's Sushil Modi. The protection of women and children in the country is a priority for all, but condemning every marriage as violent and every man a rapist is not advisable, Minister of Women and Child Development Smriti Irani said in the Rajya Sabha on Wednesday. Her comments came in response to CPI leader Binoy Vishwam's complimentary query on marital rape. He sought to know if the government had taken note of the Section 3 of the Domestic Violence Act on the definition of domestic violence as well as Section 375 of the IPC on rape. Ex-BJP Minister Madan Mittal's son failed to get ticket even after switching parties. Former Punjab Minister Madan Mittal had a 3 decades long association with the BJP and was one of the party's founding members in Punjab. Earlier this week, he gave it all up and quit the BJP to join the Shiromani Akali Dal after his son Arvind was denied the BJP ticket from Anandpur Sahib constituency for the upcoming Punjab Assembly election. Arvind Mittal, who earlier served as a state secretary of the BJP, followed suit. It now appears that the 82-year-old leader's shift in loyalty was in vain. Although the SAD had assured Madan Mittal that its alliance partner, the Bahujan Samaj Party, would replace their Anandpur Sahib candidate with his son, this has not worked out. Congress High Command seeks people's opinion to decide its CM face for Punjab. In a move similar to that of the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress High Command is seeking the people's opinion to decide its chief ministerial candidate in Punjab through IVR, which is interactive voice response calls, party sources have said. There are 3 options on the IVR. CM Charanjit Singh Channi's name has been placed at number 1, followed by Navjot Singh Sidhu's. The third option asks whether the Congress should go without a CM face. Names of other probables like Sunil Jakhar and Sukhjinder Randhawa have not been included. Google, Facebook, Twitter said to have heated meetings with Indian officials over removal of fake news. Indian officials have held heated discussions with Google, Twitter and Facebook for not proactively removing what they described as fake news on their platforms, sources have said. The government's latest altercations with big tech. The officials from the Ministry of Information and Broadcasting strongly criticized the companies and said their inaction on fake news was forcing the Indian government to order content takedowns, which in turn drew international criticism that authorities were suppressing free expression, 2 sources have said. The sources who were familiar with the proceedings at the virtual meeting on Monday described the conversation as tense and heated, signaling a new low in ties between American tech giants and Prime Minister Narendra Modi's administration. Rahul moves a place up to 4th in ICC T20 ranking. Opener Rahul moved a place up to 4th while Virat Kohli and India's new white ball skipper Rohit Sharma remained static on 10th and 11th positions respectively in the ICC T20 ranking for the batters issued on Wednesday. In the bowling chart, seamer Bhuvneshwar Kumar was the best placed Indian at 20th position, having dropped a run, while pace spearhead Jasprit Bumrah fell 2 places to the 26th. No Indian featured in the all-rounders list. India, though, did not feature in the T20 internationals in recent times. New Zealand opener Daryl Mitchell wins ICC Spirit of Cricket Award for 2021. New Zealand batter Daryl Mitchell has been named the recipient of the ICC Spirit of Cricket Award after his gesture in the 2021 ICC Men's T20 World Cup semi-final against England in Abu Dhabi. Mitchell won the award for refusing to take a single in the high-pressure T20 World Cup semi-final against England in Abu Dhabi on November 10, 2021. Mitchell has now become the 4th New Zealand player to win the award, following in the footsteps of Daniel Vettori, Brendan McCullum and Kane Williamson. Well, this was all about the top 10 news of the day. Stay with us, we shall bring you top 10 news every day. This is Aparna Singh reporting for iScope Media.